Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging headfirst into something that trips a lot of people up: sending money internationally.
Yeah, it's often this maze of hidden fees and, frankly, annoying delays.
Exactly. It's traditionally been super complex, but what if, there was a clearer way, a faster lane?
Right.
So our mission today is to cut through all that noise. We want to give you the key insights on how one company, PaySend, is trying to, reshape things.
Make it easier, faster.
And actually accessible,
Yeah.
genuinely accessible.
And that's so important because historically, cross-border payments have just been loaded with friction. You've got these confusing fee structures. Things move incredibly slowly sometimes. And a lot of people, especially in underserved communities, just get locked out.
Yeah.
So digital solutions are really shaking things up. And today, we're focusing on PaySend Technology Limited. They're a global fintech, and they are really leaning into a digital-first way of breaking down those old barriers.
Okay, so let's unpack that core promise from PaySend.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sounds pretty ambitious.
It is.
Their main goal, basically, is making international money transfers simple, affordable, and, accessible to everyone.
And that everyone is key.
Right. They even talk about reaching the unbanked. And they mostly do this through their app and their online platform, which look pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and that commitment, it's not just marketing speak. It's genuinely driving financial inclusion, globally.
So?
Well, by offering a digital way to send money across borders, they're not just adding convenience for people who already have bank accounts. They're opening up vital financial lifelines for huge groups of people who might have been completely shut out before.
Oh, okay.
It empowers families, individuals,
Yeah.
lets them send and receive money sometimes, like for the first time, with this kind of ease.
Got it. So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the operational stuff. How do they actually do it? Global reach and transparency first.
Okay.
They talk about sending money to over 170 countries, which is pretty impressive coverage.
It really is.
But the thing that jumps out is this no surprises fee structure. Like really clear, flat fees. They mentioned £1, €1.50, $1.99, that kind of thing. No hidden charges. You see the exchange rate, the real-time one, and the total cost right up front. That feels different.
Oh, absolutely. That upfront clarity, it's huge. It tackles like the number one frustration people have had for decades with international transfers.
The hidden costs.
Exactly. Knowing precisely what amount is going to land in the recipient's account down to the cent or penny, that builds massive trust.
Yeah, I can see that.
And getting that kind of reach over 170 countries with those flat, clear fees, it really speaks to how they've built their system. They connect more directly, bypassing a lot of the old clunky intermediary banks.
Okay. It's not just about pricing. It's the tech behind it.
Precisely. That direct-to-network approach cuts out costs and complexity that, older systems like SWIFT often have built in.
And then there's the speed. You hear international money transfer, you usually think, wait a few days.
Right.
But they're saying most transfers are done in minutes, sometimes even seconds. That sounds almost too good to be true.
It is remarkably fast for a lot of their transfers. It really changes the game for things like, urgent help for family back home, or even small businesses needing quick payments.
Now, okay, they do add caveats, right? Sometimes it depends on the receiving bank or compliance checks, holidays.
Sure.
Bank transfers especially might still take up to, 3 business days?
That's right. There are still variables in the global banking system they can't completely control, but the fact that a huge chunk of their volume can be near instantaneous is the breakthrough.
And it's 200/7 too, right?
Exactly, which is another huge advantage over traditional banks. No waiting for opening hours. It's truly digital, available whenever, wherever.
So how does that speed actually work? Is it just magic?
Not quite magic, but clever tech. Part of it is pre-funding certain popular routes, and crucially, integrating directly with payment systems card networks. Local, faster payment schemes that do support real-time or near real-time movement of funds. They've basically built financial express lanes.
Okay, that makes sense. So beyond speed, what about the ways you can send money? The options.
Right. They offer quite a bit of flexibility there. You've got the standard sending directly to bank accounts. That's pretty common. But then there's this other feature, which is quite innovative, sending money directly to a Visa, MasterCard, or even a Union Pay card. They call it card-to-card transfers.
Sending money to a card, how does that work?
Yeah, it's interesting. Historically, sending to a card wasn't really a thing outside of refunds.
Yeah.
But PaySend uses specific payment rails, think Visa Direct, MasterCard Money Send, that allow money to move directly between cards or from an account to a card. This often bypasses the need for the recipient's bank account details entirely and can be much faster, especially in places where maybe not everyone has a traditional bank account, but lots of people have debit cards.
Ah, so it boosts that accessibility point again?
Exactly. And besides cards, they also support mobile wallets, where that's common, and even cash pickup in some countries. So lots of options depending on where you're sending and what the recipient prefers.
Okay, so it sounds flexible, fast. But what about using it? Is the app easy? And crucially, how secure is all this? You're dealing with money, after all.
Good questions. On the user experience, yeah, the feedback suggests the app is designed to be very user-friendly. You set up the transfer, track it, get updates all on your phone. Pretty straightforward.
But does straightforward mean safe?
Right, the trust question? Well, first off, they're authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, here in the UK. Their reference number is 90004, if you want to look it up.
Okay, the FCA. That's a serious regulator.
It is. It means they operate under pretty strict rules for financial services, which is vital for confidence, especially with cross-border stuff where risks can be higher.
Wow.
They're also a registered originator for Visa Direct and MasterCard MoneySend. That's not just jargon. It means they have direct, approved connections into those card networks, which underpins those fast card transfers we talked about.
So they're plugged in properly.
Yep. And then there's the tech security, enterprise-grade stuff, they say. They're PCI DSS compliant to level 1. That's the top standard for handling card data. Plus encryption, 204/7 support if things go wrong. And they offer two-factor authentication, that extra code from your phone, for better account security.
So multiple layers of security there.
Yeah, they seem to take it very seriously, as they should.
But even with all that, I guess, are there situations where things might still get tricky? Like, sending money isn't always simple, globally speaking.
That's a fair point. You're dealing with 170-plus countries, each with its own rules, its own banking quirks. So while they aim for smooth sailing, yeah, occasionally a transfer might hit a snag. Maybe a specific local bank processes things slowly, or there's an unusual compliance check needed for a particular country or transaction. It's probably a small percentage, but it can happen. It's about managing expectations for those edge cases.
Gotcha. So for someone listening who's thinking, okay, maybe I'll try this, walk us through the actual steps. How simple is it?
It's designed to be very simple on the user end. First, you create an account, usually pretty quick.
Okay.
Then you pick the country you're sending to and the currency they should receive.
Makes sense.
Next, you choose how you want them to get it: bank account, card, mobile wallet, maybe cash pickup if that's available there.
Right, those options we discussed.
Then you put in the recipient's details, their name, and maybe their bank info or card number, depending on the method. Then you enter the amount you want to send. And this is key. The app shows you the exchange rate they're using, the fee, that flat fee, and the exact amount that will arrive. Total transparency.
Love that. No guesswork.
Exactly. You review it all, make sure it's correct, and then hit send. You should get confirmations and be able to track it in the app.
Sounds pretty painless, actually.
That's the goal. Keep the user journey simple, even if the tech behind it is complex.
So tell us a bit more about the company itself. Payzen Technology Limited. Where are they based? What's their big picture strategy?
Sure. They're headquartered in London in the UK. And their core business model, their sort of secret sauce, is building this direct digital payment network.
Unlike the old way of bouncing money between banks.
Exactly. They connect directly into major card networks, MasterCard, Visa, China UnionPay, and also hook into lots of local payment systems around the world.
So more like a direct highway for money.
That's a good way to put it. It cuts out a lot of the intermediaries, which cuts down on cost and time. They boast something like over 20 billion endpoints they can reach: bank accounts, cards, wallets.
Wow.
It creates this huge web for moving money quickly and efficiently. It's fundamentally re-architecting how money flows globally, making the world feel a bit smaller, financially speaking.
So bringing this all together then, this deep dive seems to show Payzen really focusing on hitting those old pain points of international transfers.
Definitely.
We've seen the low transparent fees, that's huge, the impressive speed, often minutes, the different ways to send and receive, including that unique card-to-card thing thanks to their network integrations.
Yeah.
And the security side seems robust, being FCA regulated and having those direct card network connections and compliance.
Right. They're clearly trying to make the whole frustrating experience of sending money abroad feel, well, outdated.
Yeah, like a relic of the past.
And really what this all highlights is just how technology is shrinking our financial world, isn't it?
It really is.
Services that used to be complicated, expensive, maybe only for businesses or the wealthy are now becoming genuinely accessible to, well, almost anyone with a smartphone. It fosters that financial inclusion we talked about.
It's about empowering people, giving them more control over their money across borders.
Precisely. Making that global flow of money smoother, more predictable, more reliable.
Indeed. And it really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? Makes
Yeah.
you wonder, how will these kinds of digital payment networks continue to reshape things?
Yeah.
Global economies, sure, but also just our own individual habits around money, especially as the world gets even more interconnected financially in the coming years.
That's the big question going forward. It's a space that's changing incredibly fast.